Two, known for the doors you can shut permanently. Enjoy the game, everybody.
I mean, I said similarities, but yeah, okay, you're right. Of course, there is going to be differences, but maybe that's something CSGO could add. Maybe they could add some doors that you can shut. Who knows? We'll see them being innovative and creative.
8 months
as
minimum.
4 members are going to be heading up A short, and they will be able to push up comfortably. No one there watching it, but there is going to be one trap. One player is going to be out on A long. It is going to be Melonhead. Doesn't turn on that trap being eliminated, though. Maybe just not getting the information from his team. Surely he was going to, like, how is he still facing that? That is bizarre. Anyway, the rest of the team is now going to push through middle instead. They don't want to go through A, and the wall is going to be there and available. And there's going to be 2 players waiting on B site. So we need a strong hold here with the pistols. The paranoia comes out, but Shao takes Ziz down instantly. And now they're just popping through all these cyber cages. Bonk gets 1, but can't make it 2. Yassine trades 1 and gets down Shao. Now it's a 3 versus 3. And the spike should be able to go down comfortably.
Yeah, and the problem is they've all been boxed into sight here. And we know how messy things can get when you haven't got much of an angle to play off. Actually, Yassine going to come around and just peek the plant. He's going to find 2. That's his 3rd on the round. There you go. There's going to be the 4th. That's a fantastic play from Yassine there. Again, just no fear. Peeks onto the spike being planted and picks himself up 2 freebies.
I'm wondering what the rest of the team was watching there. Just kind of leaving the planter out in the open and no one watching the right-hand side.
Yeah.
It would feel like it's almost like they both backed off to deep sight, or they were both watching the same thing. Either way, that shouldn't really happen. Yassine shouldn't have been able to comfortably push onto the site, especially slow walk onto the site like that. So a little bit of a mistake on the side of PartyParrots, but Bonk will get a lead here on the pistol round. And so do you feel like this is... I'm sorry to ask you this and throw you under the bus a little bit, but do you feel like this is a more defensive-heavy map or a more attacking-heavy map?
I definitely think this is more defensive-heavy. And again, a lot of this map comes down to mid-control. I just think, you know, the way that short cubby peek through to mid-link works, it's very easy to lock things down with an operator there. Obviously, from round 3 onwards is usually when we see that come into play, but very difficult map to kind of execute, like a well-coordinated, like... site attack. Obviously, the doors aren't really an issue for the attacking team. That's more like a post-plant thing. So you're seeing actually going to get a line up here. He's going to find 1 with the burst. He can't find a second. Actually going to find 3. Well, I thought it was going to go downhill for a second there, but eventually managed to tame the Bulldog. There you go. Melonhead, unfortunately, going to fall to Shout, pushing through a lobby. He's going to get himself a Spectre, but I don't expect him to do much with 74 HP. Going to send out a Recon Bolt. Does get destroyed immediately, but I think he's privy to the flank here of Safe coming all the way to top mid, and they're going to meet each other here. Safe will come out on top of that one. Yeah, good recovery there. I thought that the spray had gone a little bit wild there with the ADS burst, but managed to keep it under control, and Yassine will find another 3 kills.
I think if maybe it was rifles or even SMGs on the other end, might have been punished with those whiff Bulldog shots, but because it was just pistols, he was fine, and PartyParrots can buy up now, and 5 Vandals is the decision being made by them. If you're wondering what to take when it comes to Vandal and Phantom, it is still very much an apparent discussion in the community of which is best. Seems like a lot of people have settled on Vandals for attack, Phantoms for defense, but I also have seen a lot of arguments for Phantoms going forward as well, as Angel gets the opener onto Bonk. There isn't going to be the instant push onto B site. Instead, they are still going to take this one slowly. Dark cover has kind of made them sit in this B main. They are just all grouping up and waiting. And I guess this is a good idea from PartyParrots. Even though they got the opening pick, they want to just ensure they're pushing together and not sending 2 onto site and then giving away something too easily.
See now the tag actually to come out. Ziz went for the peek onto that information, but Angel going to land the headshot. Now he's going to walk his way in. 2 players coming through the defensive spawn side. Showstopper gets popped. Sent it all the way into B main, but nothing going to land off the Angel. Going to find his 3rd on the round now with that headshot. Going to try and come up and pressure the wall here, but Yassine will find him. Dinks will trade that one out. And Safe will fall on site. So Parrots do get themselves on the board. Going to put the spike down for good measure. That was a nice little execute there. Onto the B site. Unfortunate for Ziz to lose out on that one, but Angel hitting a couple of nice shots really put the Parrots on his back.
Yeah, Angel definitely thrives in the majority of engagements he gets into, but especially when he's going up against SMGs. I mean, he just oozes confidence and will put the first round on the board for the Parrots, but it does mean that Bonk can buy up now, as Bonk has been, well, disconnected from the game as we get another little glimpse of the new Elder Flame set. And for those of you who are in the chat saying, like, should I buy it? Is it worth it? I see it like a pair of trainers. If you see a pair of trainers you like and you wear them, it's just like that. It's a skinning game. You're showing off to your friends. You don't need a £100 pair of trainers. You can do with just a £10 pair of trainers. But you make them flashy to show off. Same with in-game skins.
But those skins do actually add a 20% accuracy buffer.
I wasn't going to tell everyone that. But,
okay.
I wanted to keep it a secret so I can continuously improve.
That's cute. That's cute.
What is happening here? Is this a tea party? It's a wine party.
A threatening tea party.
Why is the bear wearing armor? That's the
Because the other one has a knife.
Why is the worm wearing a top hat? There's so many questions to be asked. Really? Where is this on the map?
This is gelato.
Oh, it's all the way in.
It's
in the corner of alley. Yeah.
Okay. There you have it.
Interesting find.
Every day's a school day.
The observer's obviously getting pretty bored of this matchup, but discovering
well, I mean, there's
some
a
hidden
pause.
gems.
They're just demonstrating what else is on the map for us.
What else you got for me, observers? Show me something else that's interesting.
Well,
Yeah,
we found the dead fish over on B site now. We found a little tea party outside A alley. Let's see what else we can.
I think that was a romantic, threatening dinner.
There we go.
I saw wine. I saw a hand. Oh, look, a little mouse.
Oh, you think it was a hostage situation? He was being held there against his will. Oh,
like if you touch this ham, I'll cut you. What is that? That's gelato.
Strawberry and
for
vanilla
sure.
ice cream.
Yeah, that's in gelato. It has to be.
Has
Turn
to
around.
be.
Yeah.
La Cruzca.
All right. Well, game back underway now. The pause has been sorted and the disconnect has been reconnected. We will get our first glimpse of how this game is really going to shape up with both teams having a proper buy. Melonhead with the op gets the initial frag onto Angel. These op frags are just so influential in a round, and it just makes you not want to peek, which is just crazy because you have to. But maybe you shouldn't be peeking alone? A lot of questions to be asked, but Angel, with all his confidence, not able to get the opener, and instead, Bonk are going to have the player advantage now. They have been able to slowly but surely work their way up to A short here. They take out the Cypher trap, and Cypher is going to be there alongside Yassine, but he hasn't peeked out, but he does get the spray down onto one. Artist at least replies with one of his own, but it's going to be a 3 versus 2. Bonk still have that player advantage, but the spike should go down here as the wall has blocked off Heaven. Artist gets another, making it 3, and because of that, he's able to get the resurrect. He looks towards Glass, and Melonhead just snipes him straight through it. It's going to be down to these 2 players on site. So Cypher is there, Dinks being able to get a lot of information with the camera. Last player is rotating late. Xiao is going to be on A long. And Bonk need to kind of hurry up a little bit here. They're trying to check every angle and see if anyone's mid and short. There's one player on Generator. Is he going to be spotted out? They do get the initial, and then the last is going to be on long. He does have Hunter's Fury. Pops one. Is he going to stick it for half here? He does, and now he can jump on it. Have they done enough? But unfortunately, Ziz was already weak. I like the idea of just holding it through half. If Ziz had 100 HP, maybe he would have been able to get away with it. But decent play there from the Sova and PartyParrots.
Yeah, again, we've seen some post-plant prowess from Sova. The second time we've seen the Hunter's Fury become the deciding factor there to stop the defuse. And again, you're absolutely right. If Ziz was full HP, so I don't think Xiao would have been able to close down the distance fast enough there to stop the defuse. But I'm going to see a little bit of an eco come out here. A couple of weapons forced up. That vision arrow not going to spot any information out on top mid. But we do have a little bit of a push through a lobby here. Boombot going to go out. Actually going to find SSK, but not before he can find 2 kills for himself. You've seen a Melonhead will fall.
Terrible way to go. Death by Boombot.
You hate to see it.
You
really do.
Bonk only have the 3 members remaining, and the same can't be said on the side of PartyParrots because they have the extra man, and Brimstone has an ult available for post plant too. I mean, that's one of the things with Sova and what Sova does offer. Not only the information that can be provided, but the post-plant ability off-site. Not just the shock darts, but the Hunter's Fury, and then you've got Brimstone with his Insin plus the Orbital Strike. It means that you find yourself in a very good position if you are able to get at least one of those players off the site and they have the ultimate available to them. Not really the same for Phoenix. I mean, Phoenix's hot hands, they don't really have the same effect. You don't tick for as much damage, and you're not able to bounce them off walls as successfully. One player going to be waiting here with a Frenzy, but Dinks takes him down.
Heads up read there on the eco round. Shao actually going to find Ziz on site as well. And that is going to put Bonk down to just one player, and it's Bonkar. Bonkar for Bonk. You see the Parrots already up there. Bonkar got his signature Bucky. Going to pop the tripwire, and that's going to maybe feed a little bit of information. You can already see 2 of the Parrots on the hunt, but he's going to fall all the way back next to the market door.
Interestingly, elsewhere, Bread Hunters are currently 1-0 up against Prodigy.
Really?
Which I don't think matters in the grand scheme of things, because Bread Hunters are already going to be out. They're not going to be able to finish on 2 wins, and one of these teams are going to finish on 2 wins, but interesting that they've been able to at least pull something out at the end of the day. And then Prodigy, of course, don't need to worry about losing because they're already through. It's all down to this match. This is the only match that matters. Bonk and PartyParrots. Whoever wins goes through to tomorrow's action.
I have an iron question. This is an iron rank question. Can you ping the minimap when you're dead?
Yes.
Yes.
And that's why something like Hunter's Fury can be so successful, because the spike can be pinged, and then you've got a clear visual of where you're firing it. Same for if a spike is smoked off and you want to spray it down, your teammates can ping where the spike is for you, and you've got a good chance of actually hitting the person trying to defuse.
Silver 1 tonight, boys, with that knowledge.
We're going to see so much gains from you.
Nothing but upwards for Moses now.
3-2 to PartyParrots, but Bonk are going to have a little bit of money to work with now. Here is the mid control, and you see, this is what makes me feel like, when you were saying, like, defensively, it seems to be quite strong on Ascent. I would kind of like to argue that Ascent, if you play it correctly and you can gain mid control on the attacking side, there's no reason why you can't dominate mid and dominate attacking, because you can smoke off both short and middle and kind of push for free, unless there's a Sova on the other team who sometimes can be a little bit annoying. But PartyParrots have done just that. They found their way now into B site here. Orbital Strike will just block off this defensive side. Ziz is going to be alongside Bonkar to try and be the first points of defense. Safe gets the opener onto Angel. Maybe a little bit too much hesitancy here, though, from PartyParrots. They're trying to wait for someone, but as I say, that Shao and SSK completely shut me up.
Oh.
He gets sprayed through the wall, though. Good work from Bonkar and really utilizing his traps here.
Now the push down lane's going to come. They're going to line up for him. He's going to find 3 now. Artist and Dinks will fall, and Spike is still down at the edge of lane. Shao now finds himself in a 1v3 situation. He might find one over. He doesn't. Safe going to come out on top of that one, and that will be a round win for Bonk. But just coming back to the mid control. So the problem comes from, you know, you can get the mid control, but where do you really go from it? You get forced into this weird choke in market if you try and go over towards the B site, and obviously if you get mid control and try and push up A short, obviously we know how deadly that tree position can be for a player to string together 2 or 3 kills on the entry there. I just think it's that wide open space in the courtyard is kind of deceiving, because once you get out there, you still need to do a lot of work to come through a choke in market. You know, you've got to come through, and if the door is closed on B site, again, you've got another issue to deal with. Again, until we see a bit more playtime on Ascent, it's going to be hard to call, but I mean, that's a prime example there. They get mid for free, they force their way through market, and ultimately they get kind of, there's a bottleneck to face coming into B site.
Yeah, I mean, the bottleneck and Bonkar being on the other side of it is what just
exactly
made it so difficult for them, just setting up his traps perfectly and having an insane spray down with the Phantom. 3-3, as PartyParrots not able to make it 4 in that previous round, as you say, despite having the mid control. And they have the mid control again. They've been able to work their way up into Pizza. But there is one player waiting there. I'm not sure Ziz knows there's a player in Pizza. He is staring very firmly at the entrance of Arches, and he's flashed out. But he just goes down, and excuse me, it wasn't even a flash, it was just dark cover, so that was easy pickings for Angel. Now they very much have the advantage, do PartyParrots. They are setting up towards A, and I think they rotate maybe a little bit early.
Oh no!
On the opposition side, but Yassine will take down Dinks, and we do at least see something being done with a showstopper. Can he get the spray down on the second? No, he can. Angel again is just so good with that Vandal.
Keeps his calm under pressure there. And again, now you're going to see Spike go down on A behind the generator. Have Melonhead peeking out with the operator. Might catch one. That should have been a freebie there, but he will escape with his life. Now you can see Safe trying to come and back him up, but Shao now in a position where he's got himself all the way to back alley. Melonhead going to find one. Artist going to trade that one out. Two more players in heaven. Going to come up here. Artist can't land it. Bonkar's going to find two here in the retake. Neural Theft gets popped and half HP on Angel. He's going to find one. This is going to be huge for Angel if we can win this one out. And there you go. 4 on the round. Stops the defuse. What a fantastic play from Angel there. He was way out of position. Had to break his way through the door, but comes up absolutely huge in the retake for Parrots.
Man, Angel is a friggin' beast. Like, the stuff that he's been doing today has been insane. And I'll say it again, I think that he could do so much more in a different agent. Not to say that Brimstone might not be the right fit for him, but I'm just trying to think of him on a duelist. Like, the difference he can make, and the flash with the flash capability, or any ability to kind of push onto a site with a little bit of support from one of your abilities. But either way, he's getting the job done and really dominating with a Brimstone. So many impactful frags. PartyParrots will take the lead, and SSK trades out with Yassine. Yassine falls, so that's going to be the first 2 frags going to PartyParrots, and Neural Theft coming out. Angel now getting aggressive and pushing. He doesn't quite get the spray down, but Shao's there to follow him up. So that is the perfect support entry there from Shao, and Angel doing an incredible job to take down the player on short. It's just going to be the one remaining from Bonk, and this is going to be 5-3 then to PartyParrots, and a decent display from them so far on the attacking side.
It definitely is, and I did say it earlier, where we saw them run away with things was on defense in the second half, and again, that's just didn't get a chance to watch it, but just reading from the stats that we saw, and there you go, Artist actually going to find Bonka, hiding outside market. That is going to be 5-3 now for the Parrots, and this is what you wanted to see again coming back. We're leaning towards seeing a third map, given the track record of Parrots on Ascent, but I mean, it leaves the question really if Bonk are going to be able to get anything going in the second half, because the way Parrots are playing now, you can see they're kind of channeling that aggression now. Angel playing out of his mind, doing a really great job as the entry fragger for the Parrots.
It's Ziz who's really been struggling on the side of Bonk at the moment. 0-7 on the Omen. Just hasn't been able to get going. And things might go from bad to worse here for Bonk, because they don't have the weapons to work with. 3 of them stacked over towards B, but it's going to be mid-control yet again for PartyParrots. And they have so much money at their disposal. Hunter's Fury will come out after the tag. Does connect with the first. Should be able to connect with the second, but he doesn't. He's going to be a little bit all over the place there. But he has done a little bit of damage, but the Sage is going to be able to heal up. Angel takes down Yassine, and now they can just march onto this A site, and it should be comfortable for them to do so. But Bonko's done well with a Frenzy. Actually tags up Angel quite a lot as well. Molotov comes out just to force him out of the generator. Another spike can be picked up, but maybe Ziz at 0-7. This is his time to shine with the Ghost, and he can do some real damage. Tags a little bit through smoke. I don't think it's going to be anything of too much significance, as the spike has gone down and post plants are in order now. Artist takes down Melonhead, and just Ziz on his lonesome. And at this point, when you're 0-7,
you go for
just
it.
want to
I'm
survive?
sorry. Nah, you go for it. You go for it. It's a tall order, but I mean, can it really get much worse for him if he goes 0-8? Not really.
I kind of wish Omen's ultimate worked a little bit differently, and there was possibilities to kind of teleport onto the bomb and go for a defuse and go for a ninja, but it just takes too long, and it's too much of a sound cue, of course, to get away with it. But maybe he'd be a little bit too OP if there wasn't the sound cue. Ziz is going to be spotted out, and, well, he didn't go for it, and he loses his life as well. Wasn't able to get a gun. So 0 and 8 for him. 6 and 3 to the Party Parrots. And there's no reason why this can't go all the way to 9-3, to be honest, with the way that they've been attacking and how much they have been dominating the mid control and following up because of it. They've just
Thank
been
you, Artist.
way onto sites, haven't they?
They have, and I mean, at this point, they are kind of running away with this. It's 1 round in the last 7 going in the way of Bonk, and that's after winning the pistol round as well. They only got the pistol and the freebie afterwards, and then 1 round since then. You see another couple of players stacked over towards a lobby. Aldrone going to come in here. No push out this time. Obviously, they are on the buy round, so maybe Bonk going to play this one a little bit slower. Hunter's Fury does get popped elsewhere on the map. Angel's going to force his way in again through tree. Going to find an entry, but safe this time. Going to shut him down before he does any more damage. And here you go. 3 players forcing their way through lobby now. Aldrone going to get a tag. But they can't stop this push onto site. Melonhead will actually find Shao before he does any more work onto the site, but Ziz can't find an angle. He might actually just catch him. Yeah, there you go. SSK making a little sneaky push around towards under heaven. Paranoia gets popped, but nobody out of lobby just yet. And now we're going to see the res. We are.
The res will at least even this up somewhat, slightly. Bonk, even though they've got weak members, at least they'll have the player advantage. Party Parrots, well, they see on the other side now. Bonk get a res of their own, so it's going to be a 5 versus 3. And the 3 members of Party Parrots are all heavily rotating to B, but their footsteps might have been heard here. The Cypher's been able to find his way onto backside. And that's a cheeky little dart right onto a leaf of the tree. Ziz tries to spray down through the spider cage. Cyber cage, even. Slightly different is a spider cage. Is safe now on the site. Manages to get one of his own. Spray down for the 3rd. And Bonk put their 4th on the board and at least make this a somewhat more respectable half.
Again, if they can make a play for 6-6, you know, it's definitely not over. That's for sure. Yeah, if you can just break even, it's always a good position to be in. But like I said, I'm worried for the Parrots' defensive hold. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm worried for Bonk about the Parrots' defensive hold.
You think the Parrots are going to have a solid hold?
I really do.
Well, I guess we'll see, but we've still got 2 more rounds of seeing what Parrots have to offer going forward. Mid-control will be theirs yet again. No one even contesting it from this side of Bonk. As you were saying earlier, it's where you go for it. Angel has been able to work his way up into Pizza consistently, but this time he is going to be smoked off. Ziz is going to be the first point of contact here with the Phantom. Has to win this engagement, which he does, and considering Ziz hasn't been able to find much kills this game, that could be a very important one in the grand scheme of the entire game. And see now, pokes out, and for all the mid-control, this is what can happen. If you just get a little bit of confidence on the defensive side, peeking out on short, that's what can happen. Showstopper now will fire towards Dinks, gets the 3k, does Yassine. And it's just going to be the 1 remaining player of Shao on Party Parrots, but he's done the job taking down Ziz, and he looks towards mid. Maybe he can make it a 3rd. No, he can't. Yassine with the 4k, and Yassine's been a little bit of a beast as well today.
He has. Yeah, he's come up in a number of highlight reel plays, I'd say, and he just really consistent play from him. We've seen him clutch up a couple of 1v2s, 1v3s for the defuse. And again, even here you can see him kind of standout performance from him. 16 and 9, closest on his team is Bonkar at 8 and 6. And again, that's what you want out of your Raze player. It really is.
Last round before the swap then, and the potential for Bonk to make this 6-6, which I think they'll probably be okay with after how some of the rounds went from the Party Parrots. An even spread across the map, realistically, for Party Parrots here, just trying to...
Out of charges. Out of charges. Revealing area.
At a normal base level, I agree. I think this is a very defensive heavy map, but when you get teams playing it properly and pushing on and coordinating their abilities, you can find yourself stringing a few rounds together and kind of running away with it, damaging the economy of the opposition team, and that's exactly what Parrots were able to achieve in this first half. Bonk will hope to at least follow suit. You've seen with 16 frags so far this game, Shao with 13. They're the two standout performers of the team, and as a reminder, winner of this series will go through to tomorrow's knockout stages, to the last four. They're both at 1-1 in the groups, and the winner, of course, will go to 2-1. Bonk have a 1-0 series lead. So if PartyParrots take this one, it will go to a third and final deciding map. Safe will use his owl drone to try and get information, as the rest of the team is going to push heavily into A short here. Have to avoid that one. Don't want to take any unnecessary damage. The Molotov comes through. Angel gets the first pick. SSK gets the second. And that's some really important opening frags from PartyParrots. And SSK is just doing some real damage with this Ghost now. Thinks also finds one of his own. It's all going to be down to this last remaining player. And what a way to start the second half for the PartyParrots.
Yep, good start. Pissed around on the board, and that's, again, you got to assume it's going to be 9-5 now as well. Really, really clean hold over towards tree there. SSK picking himself up 3 with the Ghost. Again, been a little bit quiet in the last 2 maps. Again, don't really want to talk about Bind again, but SSK looked really, really good earlier. So hoping we can see him put on a similar performance here on the defensive side on Ascent. Because much of that Haven overtime round win was on the back of his performance, Dan.
Yeah, that it was. I want to see more of the same. Try and force their way out onto middle, and they successfully do so. You see, manages to get a frag onto Angel with the paint shell, so that's pretty big. Can they rescue that weapon, though? If they can, then maybe they can do some damage. The owl drone will spot out no one in market. Can he get far enough to see the player on door? Yes, he can. One player in boat. Artist just going to drop back, and with the man advantage now, with the player advantage, should I say, and an SMG to work with, this is doable. They just have to coordinate and ensure they're all pushing together and they're all on the same page. Because 2 players are still at A. They do have a 5 versus 2 here at B site. Just need to push at the right time and use any utility that is available. The dart will come out for a little bit of recon. You've seen Bunny hops his way onto the site. But Shao will be there to take down Ziz. Artist and Shao just holding this together. And it's all gone Pete Tong for the side of Bonk. I think just going to have to cut the losses at this point.
You got to love that. Shao playing the Sova and rocking the Ares. Things you love to see, holding down B site on Ascent.
Ares gamers rise up. I mean, the Ares and the Odin, they're not used anyway near enough for them to even be warranted on the page of weapons, to be honest. And I know there's been a couple of changes to try and encourage that, and we have seen a couple of meta shifts here and there where the Ares pops up. I mean, kind of second rounds.
It's funny because most of B site feels like the walls are made of paper, so you can always do those cheesy plays into B lobby with the vision arrow. I don't know. I like to see a Sova running it on the B side defense. That's for sure.
Certainly worked out on that occasion, but now Bonk finally with money. Try and do something a little bit different and maybe work their way onto a site. Angel trying to get any info, just had the Ghost available. He's going to back off onto short, and it's a slow push from Bonk, and you can understand why, because PartyParrots have just been dominating them with the early frags. Aldrone gaining a little bit of information. If Bonk don't win this round, then I'd be concerned and start to be even thinking about a third map. But if they can take this one, build a little bit of momentum and start to assert their dominance when they have rifles, that's still definitely winnable for Bonk.
Has he still got that? Has he still got the Ares? I want to know. I want to know if he's actually making a play for that Vision Arrow wallbang.
I would have thought so. If you're going to commit to it round 2, you're probably going to have it in round 3. Well, unfortunately, he's not going to get anything at B site because the entire side of Bonk are ready to push onto A. Safe just watching Heaven here. Angel's going to be the first point of contact. Gets the molly out. Yassine takes down SSK. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Now Melonhead can watch that one with the op. Ziz fires out Paranoia. Spike can go down. And it is a 5 versus 4. A couple of shock darts available for Safe, but doesn't connect with anyone just yet. Angel gets one onto Melonhead, so at least he's even things up. Shao as well with the wallbang. That's the wallbang we were talking about. Ziz taking down Artist. And now Angel has found himself an op, but he doesn't want it. He wants to be able to get aggressive and potentially push onto this site. Is the retake going to be possible here? Dinks was low, so he was just the sacrificial lamb, and he'll go down as well as Shao. And the last remaining player, Angel, will be out of dodge and just saving this operator quite rightly too. But they've done some decent damage to Bonk's economy. That's exactly what you want to do in the third round. The Bonk back on the board here.
Yeah, and that's good. That's an important one for them to win. Again, Angel making it away with the operator. Yeah, chalk that up as a win for PartyParrots as well, limiting some of the damage to their economy. It looks like he's going to hand it back over and then reinvest in a Vandal. So, again, should be a full buy round on both sides here. I don't think Bonk are going to be completely broke. They did have 3 people survive, so it didn't cost them too dearly. You see here the setup. Yep, everybody looking nice and pretty. And with a couple of people still with a bit of bankroll to spare.
Heavily stacked towards this A site now. Bonk and only a couple of players there to stop them. SSK is going to be the first member of PartyParrots. Boombot was being readied, and that does give an audio cue. Need to be careful sometimes with setting up these utility abilities. Very much being patient, a Bonk. Waiting, but now here comes all the utility. The recon dart out onto the site. SSK is going to be there waiting. The flashes, though, does find one onto Yassine. As well, really decent opening frags for him. At least Bonko was able to take him down, so they should be able to take control of this site somewhat. Maybe get the bomb down. Angel in Heaven has a great position here. Can't quite catch Ziz, but does catch out Bonka. Ziz is the last remaining player, and he is going to be under Heaven here. He's not going to be able to stay alive, and PartyParrots are going to make this 10.
That was a really, really clean retake there. Yeah, and Angel managed to walk his way past. Ziz didn't catch the top of his head, so he managed to actually make it all the way to the end of the platform, coming out of Heaven. He had pretty much a free kill as one of the players backed off the site. And at that point, you know, when you're forced into hell in that position, again, 2 people drop from Heaven, the chances of killing both of them are so low.
I wonder whether this is going to be the start of the end then for Bonk on this map. PartyParrots up to 10. They have money to work with, whereas Bonk, it's a pretty awkward buy. They are going to be forcing up.
1 Spectre and 1 Bulldog with a light armor to boot.
Maybe this is a little bit of a fake. Just sending the shock dart towards a site. Angel gets flashed out and has the Molotov to force them out here as well, but Melonhead says no, denies the kill, denies the frag. Showstopper doesn't connect. Dinks gets one through the wall onto Melonhead, and now Dinks is in prime position to watch anyone pushing through the arch, but has to be careful about short. Safe trying to get any sort of wallbang. It is a 4 versus 3. PartyParrots still with a healthy total. And Bonk, they're just so spread out at the moment. No real thought process about pushing onto a site. Instead, they're kind of just hoping that Party Parrots were going to push out and they were maybe going to catch a couple of frags. And there we go. Well, there's Bonk just finding Artist and catching him unaware, and now they can maybe move towards this B site, potentially get a spike plant, and it could be a very big round, but Shao's in prime position. He's going to get caught from behind here. Ziz does spot him, doesn't get the spray down the first time, goes again. Third time is usually a charm, but not on this occasion. Shao survives, and that's a big, big kill for him, even though it was an SMG he was going up against.
Yeah, you can see Bonk making it all the way through to lane. Spike gonna go down on site here.
Right here.
Tricky situation. But are we gonna see Parrots execute the retake again here? See two stacked up. Dinks coming through on the defensive spawn side. One player in market. Recon arrow gonna go down. You can see it's actually gonna spot safe there. SSK gonna land the wallbang. Like I said, everything made of paper out here. Bonk now with a huge task ahead of him. One player low HP, might be able to find one on the way in. He finds SSK on the other side, but there you go. The peek comes in from lane. Shao will shut him down. Again, just the information, you know, playing Sova and Cypher over on the B site here, they're so huge. If you can get a tag with the camera or the trap wire or, you know, the recon bolt, it's so easy to shut down a low HP player.
11-6 now, and looks like we're heading towards a third map as things stand. Bonk are going to be on an eco. Or at least a half buy, and it is going to be a half buy indeed. I see an SMG, I see a Bulldog as well. They just haven't been able to convert these spike plants into rounds. It's do or die. We saw Party Parrots in this situation on the previous map, but as expected, Party Parrots far more comfortable on Ascent. They just seem to be tactically superior to Bonk on this particular map. I guess that's what makes Valorant so good at the moment, is some teams are just better than others on certain maps. Whether that's down to practice or play styles, I don't know, but map 3 being the decider could be a very interesting game indeed. Yassine gets the first. Hunter's Fury is popped. Can it connect with anyone? It does connect once, but I don't think it finds the second. Melonhead gets the res onto Yassine, and Shao takes down Melonhead in reply to it.
He's got his recon up here, though. He's not going to pop it. He's going to wait for the peek, and there you go. Artist going to back him up. Ziz and Yassine will fall in mid. Safe going to reply back onto Artist, though. Here comes the recon. Look at the spot. It does spot out, but both recons get popped there, and Safe going to come out on top of that Sova duel.
2 versus 2. And one member of Party Parrots here, SSK, has been able to rotate round behind. But Bonk looks like they're wise to it. They are watching that angle. Bang! Dink takes down Safe. And it's just going to be Bonk on Bonk, just as he looks away, but oh dear.
I was going to say the timing. Yeah, the timing, but it goes both ways there. Bonk escapes the operator scope, but then SSK coming up right behind him.
Well, we're going to have to see something very funky here from Bonk. They are bought up. Their money is going to be fairly atrocious, so it's going to be another force, of course, going into this final round. Otherwise, we will see Party Parrots take it 13-6. Phantom with half armor, Spectre with full armor, Guardian with half armor available as well. Yassine did get an early pick with the Guardian, to be fair to him. What is left in the tank? Dinks is going to get the initial frag onto Yassine, and there's no trade either. He's got both guns to work with. This is one of the beautiful things of having an insane amount of money, is you can opt to have both guns on site. He does just juggle them back as well to ensure no one was going to pick them up if they did push, but Melonhead gets one, could be two here as he gets one onto the slow. Can't quite get the spray down though. With the pistol,
he commits to it.
Damage, and it was so close yet so far, and Dinks just rubs salt in the wounds, takes down Bonk, and it's all going to be down to Safe here. The one is 3. 2 members are weak. He does get tagged through smoke. Hunter's Fury is popped, and this could be the final kill. Doesn't connect with the first. Does connect with the second, though. So now Safe at 6 HP. And a dream. Angel, though, swing, and Dink will get the final kill. 13-6. Party Parrots send this one to a final map in this best of 3.